same amount of parts, but mercifully better paced. Oh, there's a Radaban.
God, I hate that thing.
He's extremely slow, which makes damaging him easy.
Yeah, but sometimes like he does that quick rolling attack of his, and it's just so irritating.
Oh, I'm usually able to dodge that. It's when he goes into like turning into he goes into that top mode where he starts spinning on the ground on his side.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst one.
I only fought him once. I was like, there's just no fucking way. I'm not interested in fighting him ever again.
Yeah. I might fight him maybe a couple times for resources, but other than that, there's always a certain monster that you'll either come back to or one that you may not come back to, depending on what you're after.
Yeah, that's definitely one I don't care for. I'm like, probably just to see how the high rank armor looks, but I really don't think it's any like difference, really.
The max potion, right, says I need mega nutrients and mandragora, and I need more nutrients and bitter bugs. I think I have a bunch of bitter bugs in my chest. Plus, I can now harvest them, so...
Yeah, you need so many of those for these things. That's the only thing I hate, but the good things that they're pretty common around some parts of the world, so it's like, it's okay.
Oop, speak of the devil, bitter bug.
Mandragora.
Not to be, yeah. Oh yeah, mandragora. I look at that. Oh, it's a mushroom. It's not the screeching little thing in Harry Potter.
There you are, Great Gyro's bitch. I love how Komodo Dragonish she looks.
Oh, he does. I notice a lot of parallels with monitor lizards, Permian Triassic period reptiles, and I love it.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, the designs they did for this game are really, really cool. I love them.
That's why Monster Hunter appeals to me from a design standpoint. It's realistic, but mixed with the fantastical, and that's what makes it unique. You don't see that
That's
often.
so true. Yeah, because a lot of wins, like, oh, some of them are too realistic, and then there's some that are like a little too fantasy, that you're like, okay, you know that never exists. But this game does a good combination of both.
It
really
does.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Odogaron.
Come slash his face, Odogaron. Or I'll slash yours. Oh, shit.
When I first saw the Odogaron in the trailers, I thought I was looking at... I don't think it's something you've ever heard of, but to me, the first thing I thought of was a Gorgonopsid. Think of it as, oh yeah, it's like I'm looking at a giant reptilian wolf. That's a Gorgonopsid.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. Like, I first heard of it in I guess you could call it the prequel to Walking with Dinosaurs. Walking with Monsters before the dinosaurs. That's what it was called. Oh, I love the effects, how he's poisoned, he starts drooling at the mouth.
I like that. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, Odogaron, like, he's trying to fight you. No, I'm not.
Nope.
Wait, not right now. You can go away. Jesus
Oh no.
Christ.
Alright. I'm down here and I can't come back up. Uh-oh.
He's down here, so...
Best part about the dual swords? Rage mode.
Oh yeah, those dual swords look cool. I think I might get me a pair just to see how they work. I just don't know from what tree yet, but I'm definitely wanting to get those.
Oh, they're very good. They move very
I've
fast.
heard a lot of people like use them, so I'm like, oh, a lot of people use them. I suppose they must be really, really good.
Yeah, and the demon mode, rage mode that it has as its power up is surprisingly very effective. Because it goes into like a berserk mode. The only downside is that it's easy to get lost into combos, and as such, you leave yourself exposed.
There's always something that's like
oh yeah,
a bad thing. But I mean, it's like one of those things that you have to like learn how to work around, I suppose.
Yeah, Like, that's been one of my main flaws. I get a little overzealous, and I end up getting myself hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that tends to happen. Like, those moments you get a little too overconfident, then you end up getting smacked for it. You're like, oh, okay, I shouldn't have done that, but I thought I could do it, but then it's like, nah.
Oh no, he's back. Big Red is...
He would be here right now, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Sometimes he comes at the most inconvenient times.
Oh, he does. He's one of those monsters that's always hanging around, like... He's like Coyote. He's like a big red demonic version of Wile E. Coyote. He's always hanging around.
Exactly. Like, it always seems like a chance. It's like, oh, I'm gonna come out of nowhere. Like, hi, bitch. And I'm like, nah, you should go away. Really? Really, Oda-Garen? What are you doing? Come on now. Just because I slashed your ankle like a bunch of times.
I love how you'd be walking, you come to a fork in the road, and then he just run right by like it's none of his business.
Right? Like, just crazy.
And other times you'll be going around and he'll be coming by with a Legiana in his mouth.
Oh god, I love it when he like drags a corpse off.
Oh,
shit looks so
yeah,
cool.
I love that. It brings life to this game in the ecosystem.
Yeah, it truly does like give you that survival of the fittest feel, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Like, I see so many games preach about living ecosystems and all that, but honestly, Monster Hunter does it the best and in spades, because everything is actually interacting.
So true.
Like Skyrim.
Oh god, Skyrim does not compare in any way. Like, it's cool, but it definitely doesn't give me this kind of feeling that this
Oh,
game
it doesn't. I look at the... I've played it... well, I haven't played it, but I've seen it being... I've seen it in friends' houses. I've watched a playthrough, and honestly, the way everything interacts in that game is basic compared to this.
Oh yeah, it's so straightforward. It's like, it feels like so stale afterwards. I feel like you're doing the same thing over and over.
Oh yeah. I mean, I go through this game and I see a giant monster dragging the corpse of another one, and I'm just like, that's awesome.
It really is, though. It truly like puts that like fear factor into that. You're like, oh shit, like that's, you can tell he's a big boss around here.
Yup.
I love that.
Okay, if I don't get any claws, I'll stick around for a little bit to farm Gyros.
Probably I'm gonna farm for some like might seeds, because you do find a lot of those here. I definitely need those for my demon drugs.
Yeah. Demon drugs.
That's a really good buff.
Probably don't want to smoke it, though. Really.
Oh no! I'm not gonna smoke it, but I'm definitely gonna drink it.
Don't do drugs, kids. Nah,
unless you're a Monster Hunter.
Nah, he didn't give me claws.
Those are kind of hard to get.
Oh, surprisingly, you'd think they'd be common.
Yeah, you'd think it would, but it's like, you have to hit them a certain place, and sometimes it's so hard, you're like, God, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think Shamos and Gyros are where I've got it the most. Shiny Collector, Tracking Whiz. So yeah, the core. So far of the 4 areas, the coral is probably visually the most striking and beautiful one. I love it.
I love the Coral Highlands. Like, that place is magnificent.
It is.
I've spent so much time there just for like the scenic view.
Yeah, like, it's such a simple yet ingenious premise. Like, what would happen if you took a coral reef that hyper-evolved to live out above water?
Yeah.
I don't know any game ever doing something like that, ever.
Honestly, no. I mean, if you do see it, it's like the typical underwater thing, but it's definitely not as extensive as they portrayed it in this game.
No. The Ancient Forest, I like it, but I do tend to get lost in it a lot because
it's a very confusing place. Like, there's so many like little paths you can take that are so secret, and they're not all that like exposed. Like, it's so, especially when you're tracking down something, it's so irritating going on a hunt in that place.
Going into the deep forest and all the tunnels that go up and down, just really.
Yeah, I remember it took me forever to like find the Rathalos nest the first time I played this, and I was like, God damn, like how the fuck do I go there? And it's like, it took me ages. Like then I found out, I was like, I was so pissed off. I'm like, it was so much simpler than what it looked like. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, the other one I think I like a little more is second to the Coral Highlands is the Wildspar Waste. I don't know why. I just kind of like how it looks with the whole open environment. How there's a slightly bit more variety. Like there's oases here and there. There's caves. And it's easy to navigate.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, definitely a second favorite. The Rotten Vale. How do you feel about it?
I hate this place. Like, it's cool because it definitely gives you like that, creepy looking environment that you probably don't see. But to say that I like exploring here, no, I don't like it. I don't like that stupid miasma this place has.
I mean,
the monsters are cool, but that miasma is a bitch. Especially when you're in a hunt and it's like you're already taking damage from the monster itself, and then you have this miasma taking health off of you. Like it just works against you so much. It's just so irritating.
Yeah, like I don't mind it because it goes down the health only goes down very slowly, and your health comes back anyway. But it's like it's a hazard I can buy. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I feel like it's still one of those things that I could do without, But then again, it wouldn't feel so cool if it didn't have it at the same time. It's like you can tell it's like a big graveyard for monsters. So I mean, it wouldn't make sense if there wasn't something like that here. So.
Yeah, I honestly appreciate it. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I think I personally think I like it more than the Ancient Forest, but I see what you're saying.
It's definitely a lot more like pleasing environment because like forest, like you find forest in every single game, but seeing a place like this with this much detail and stuff, it's not that easy to find in a lot of games. So.
Oh, and a Legiana just crashed right in front of me, down in.
I love when that happened. I remember the first time it happened, I was like, is this the Legiana, like, did it die? Like, and then I see, like, people, like, the little birds eating at it. I'm like, the fuck? What's happening here?
Like, what just happened?
Yeah, like, it literally, like, what killed it? What the fuck? There's so many things in this game that throw me off. I'm just like, God, this game is something else.
Oh, yeah. Well, I found another great Gyros.
Nice.
And he dies quickly anyway, so I might go ahead and get him.
Yeah.
Hopefully my Palico can collect stuff out of him. So you're farming in the Vale right now?
Yeah, I was just looking for might seeds.
Yeah. Funny enough, upon coming to the place, the first thought that came through my mind was the chasm in the Skull Island's chasm in the King Kong movies. Because
it definitely does give that feel. Now that you say that.
Yeah, because it's a giant scar in the earth where monsters fall and die, and there's nasties.
That is actually that's a really good comparison.
Yeah,
also.
and the nasties are down there waiting to feast on their bones, and it's littered with corpses everywhere. The only difference is no giant bugs. It's all reptiles.
Oh Yeah, imagine there was. Oh hell no, there was giant bugs in this Rotten Vale. I would never come here.
No.
Hell no.
They just went for the stag beetles.
I'm so glad. Those little flying bitches, little Vespoids, whatever the fuck they're called.
The Vespoids and the Hornitors.
Yeah, I
The
hate those Hornitors.
The Hornitors are worse. I mean, the Vespoids will leave you alone if you don't bother them, but those guys...
Yeah, but the Hornitor, they literally lunge at you, like, calm down, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they'll be like, they're like super territorial. You'll be doing nothing, and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, all of a sudden you get smacked by one, you're like, what the fuck? Like, okay. Like, I'm not even near you, but alright.
So yeah, I got my... Yeah, by finding all the Palico camps, mine can now ride monsters, which is cool. I love that.
Oh yeah, that's definitely helpful.
The Gyros are the best ones because they stun.
Yes, I love that. It's like fighting the Odogaron was so much easier because of that. Like, they just stunned him so many times, like, you get so many hits on him. That was great.
Yep. Next, the only other one that I find are the Pachycephalosaurs, the Kesodons. You'd be going past and minding your own business, and the alpha males just, like, come and buck you. Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're not even, like, close to them, and sometimes they're just, like, they like, look at you, and it's like they want to beat your head in. Like,
yeah,
alright, relax.
I'm hunting the Diablos for the first time, and the next thing I scan a clue. Next thing I know, I get my ass beat. And behind me is a big Pachycephalosaur just standing there proudly.
Yeah, like, and then like the male goes in, and then all the females like follow him too, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, leave me alone. Jesus Christ.
The females are his bitches. They're cheerleading him like Gary.
Honestly, man, I'm like, god damn. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, he's doing damage, but y'all need to leave me alone.
They're like Gary's or Duke's cheerleaders.
Every time like you come across Ash, and it's like he'd say one word, they start cheering. Like, okay.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh man, they did the same with Duke Devlin, and I'm like, bitches, go!
God, yes.
What are you three doing here? Don't you have homework to do?
Right?
Yeah, I liked Duke Devlin. I like that they gave him more to do in the later parts of the seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, me too. I would have been really upset had they admitted like one of those characters that's like, oh, he's there for 10 episodes, and then he just dropped
Nope.
him off.
That's what I like. They like, hey, remember this character? We're gonna bring them back and give them more to do this time.
I'm so glad they did that.
I wish we saw more of the Dungeon Dice Monsters game.
Oh yeah, that looked really interesting. Confusing, but interesting.
Yeah. I think my mom kind of thought it kind of made up the rules as it went along.
Oh
like,
yeah, because some of those rules made no sense.
Yeah. And then he continued the trend in the virtual world with those dice cards that he had. Like, frick, the robot guy's like, I rolled a 2, I should get double, right? Like, cause like graceful dice. But he's like, no, it cut you down in half instead. And I'm like, and he's like, what? What logic is this? I'm a machine, damn it, I should know better.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna head back to Astera to check my thing. See if I get any claws. Yeah, I kind of want to go after an Anjanath next because there's some stuff from him I'm missing.
You want to get his like from a weapon, or?
Yeah, I believe so. Oh, great Gyros Fang, not what I needed. The claws are like super hard to get.
They really are, though. They're like super rare.
Okay. World. Claws.
Bitter bugs and mushrooms. Oh, I'm so glad I have a lot of those.
Mm-hmm. Like, the biology guy also helps with growing them.
Oh yeah, that definitely is what's been saving me.
So, what does the max potion do? It says that it maxes out the health, but is there more to that?
No, I think it's just like let's say if you're close to death, that instead of, you know, like the mega potion, it's like a lot of your health, but not all of it. I think the max potion restores everything, but I don't think
Yeah.
it makes the health bar any bigger. I think that's what the mega nutrients
No.
are for.
No, the food pretty much is where that comes in. With the extra stuff. Bitter bug. I think I got a bitter bug somewhere in my chest. Mandragora. I got nutrients. Oh, I maxed out on my max potions anyway. Alright, well I'm gonna go fetch more out of my chest just anyways. Okay.
On your skin, demon drug. Okay, I'm good.
Honey. Honey, I got a bunch of. Get that. Antidote herb I need. So yeah, Ni no Kuni next month. I gotta pre-order that so I can get the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that's so exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not even spring and this is already game of the year for me. I don't care what anyone says. It's like, it's super impressed me as a...
Oh yeah, it's
Not-
already like top 5 games of this year,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, Capcom, they've gone through a lot of shit the last couple of years, but this month they said, you know what, let's cut the bullshit, let's come out with a bang. And they did.
Yeah.
And
oh,
what
absolutely.
And not only that, as far as, with the exception of the few day one stuff here and there, like the samurai and the jet and the gestures and all that, as far as I know, all of the main post-game content is free. Like, you got that new monster coming out
Yeah.
later in the spring, and I like that. Yeah, it's like, hey, you got our $60. Here's the rest. We're not only giving you a full game, we're gonna give you the rest free, like The Witcher did.
Yeah.
And so that made me happy. Okay, I need a Fang. As for what I'm planning on upgrading, that's what I'm trying to remember. Benath, Anjanath. Frozen Court. I like how all the weapons have the trees right there, so you don't have to keep going back to find anything.
Yeah,
With all
that's a
of them.
really nice organized structure.
Yeah. Jagras, Blitz. Where do I want? What? Oh, the Rathalos. I need Rathalos Marrow to get the Flame Blitz. I tried the Assault Bowcasters. I didn't really like them. Too slow, and it has in the sniper mode, I found to be not very appealing because the monsters all move super fast.
Yeah, that would be a drag.
Marrow and Fangs. Oh, wait a minute. I need to go after our Rathalos too. I need Marrow. I'm short of that. Gyros. What do I need? Ugh, the Diablo's Fang to level that up. Oy vey. Marrow, Fang. Yeah, I need to go after both of those two because I need more Marrow from the Wrath and more Fangs from the Anjanath.
So you need marrow from the Rathian or the Rathalos?
Rathalos. Sorry,
Oh.
I kind of say it short like that.
Oh, okay. See
For-
now I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
which one is he talking about? Because you know they
No.
kind of start the same. So I'm like,
I
okay.
I usually say it in plural if there's more of them, but if it's one or the
Okay.
other, then yeah, I can see where you got a little confused there, because I don't know, it kind of just got stuck to me, you know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go back to. Do I want? Wait a minute, let me check if their weaknesses again, because they're fire breathers, so naturally I would expect them to be weak against to be stronger against fire, but I just want to double
Yeah, I think
check.
they're resistant to fire.
Yeah. And I got the Pulsar level 3 on me. Yeah, I really like the Lightning Glaive. It's been, I guess, my main one for a while.
That's the Pulsar one?
Yup. The ones you get from the Tobi Kadachi.
Oh, nice.
The
Yeah, I
Diablos...
think I only had that before I upgraded it to the freeze one. And I'm like, it was cool, but I felt like, I don't know, it wasn't my thing, but it definitely was cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm not sure about the cold one yet, because I look at it and it's the same design appearance as the regular iron, and I'm like, really? That's the best you got? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe when it reaches like to the last rarity, then it probably might change something. But yeah, it is pretty plain considering that it should be a little more extravagant in my opinion. But I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It is weakest against fire, but thankfully, Thunder is second place behind Dragon.
So yeah, Dragon, I can assume it's what it's really weak against.
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I checked, and water and fire are the two weakest. Thunder is second strongest.
Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, I want to get a glaive that's in the water element. I might try to see if I can get one.
Yeah. Funny enough, the double swords are the only ones that I have for water element. I don't yet have a, anything for Gyrototus. I don't know, just, the Gyrototus stuff looks cool, but but just when I think about it, I see something else that looks better, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing I like about this game, that it makes you like unsure, like if I should use this to upgrade it to this, because next thing you know, maybe another tree opens and it looks cooler, and you're like, okay, now I regret getting this. So
Yep.
yeah, I totally feel you.
For the butterfly, for the glaive, what do you prefer, the Gilshalad or the what's your chosen Kinsect?
My Kinsect, let's see, what is it?
Flickering glow, can I upgrade? Sharp, nope, still need sharp claws.
I always forget what my Kinsect is called. Hold on.
Fusion rod. The Smithy.
Oh, mine says the Fiddlebricks.
Fiddlebricks.
Yeah, my Fiddlebricks has the Severed too.
Yeah. I use the Gilshot the most, but I've been putting time in with the arrowhead, and honestly, I like the arrowhead more. I think it does more damage because of the severing.
Yeah, Severing is a really, really good attack type in my opinion. I think it's the best one. I
Yeah.
need one more Elder Dragon Bone to upgrade it to its maxed. Jesus. That's gonna be hard to get.
Oh, I bet.
I don't want to.
Yeah, Matt. Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered what I was gonna look up in regards to what I may want for Legiana. Hold on, from Legiana, because there's only a few weapons I honestly would like with that one powering up. Where is it? Okay. Well, I already... Oh yeah, the one I'm trying to go for is the Rathalos switch axe, but there is a glacial axe that you get from doing the Legiana, and they both look cool. I might invest in getting another axe just to do one for Legiana, because, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of just... I'm choosy.
I mean, it'd definitely be effective against some creatures, so why not?
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much to see. Yeah, because I'm trying to, like... I'm kind of persnickety when it comes to me saving my credits and my research points, so... And especially my resources.
Yeah.
Which is... Because you have to be choosy, but yeah, if I'm far enough in the game, which I pretty much am, I do go for a double dipping. Like, I bought another iron sword just so I could get the Zitzi one.
Yeah.
And I might do the same with some of my other preferred weapons. I might sell my gun lance and horn and whatnot and just use the credits to invest in those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need marrow from a Rathalos. Let me see if I got any updated. No, the one I have is for the Tobi-Kadachi. Let me go check for any ones that are just single.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I got marrow was when I did the Kadachi Rathalos tag hunt.
Nice.
Hello, Fiver.
But I'm trying to, like, limit it to just the one.
Mm-hmm.
No, not bounties. Oh. And depending on the creature, I usually stay clear away from any that are down to 15 minutes, because depending on how large it is, it'll end like that, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah, I remember I just did this one with a tempered Barris, and I didn't even realize the time, so I was like, I thought it would be like 30 minutes, and then my dumbass goes in and does the quest, and I realize it's only 15 minutes. I'm like, I ain't gonna do this in 15 minutes. But luckily, it was like the damn Basil guys comes out of nowhere and starts beating the damn Baron, so it's like, it does help a lot because the attacks are really strong, so I guess he did like weaken it enough for me to beat it in like 10 minutes, but I'm like, had it not been for him, I would have failed. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, since we're both doing it, I'm gonna go for... I signed up for the Rathalos Jagras one. I couldn't find another one where it was with just him, so I settled with that one.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it should be put on the post board right now since I just added it. Just, yeah, great hunting and investigation, Jagras and Rathian, 30 minutes, 2 silvers and a gold.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to increase the odds by adding a gold. The other one...
Yeah. I hate those. Those are not that common. I always try to go for those, but like some of them are just like the bronze ones. I'm like, I want the silver and gold ones.
Yep. And, yeah, Ancient Forest Camp 17. That's where I usually go. Jagras is, like, super easy to get anyway, so we can always go and get him.
Oh yeah, Jagras takes like 5 minutes. So pathetic.
And since there's 2 of us, it shouldn't take... We shouldn't cross over the 30-minute border by the time he's on death's door.
True.
Chef's Choice Platter at 40 plus health. Yay. Still have the second cutscene for the cook.
Nice.
I imagine I'll get... Like, I got the Zor Magros, and I'm like, I got the lump of meat one, and I'm like, it hasn't changed yet? What could the final one be? Oh, speaking of... When I got that one, get the lump of meat from the Rotten Veil, I looked at him and I'm like, are you kidding? You want rotten, infested, maggot-filled, disease-ridden meat from down there? Are you nuts?
Honestly, that makes no sense. I'm like, why would you need 2 lumps of meat from there? You crazy as hell.
Like, not only for the monsters prowling around, but also the conditions. Like, what is wrong with you? I don't care.
You really trying to serve that to people? I'm like, really?
I don't care how good of a chef you are or how superhuman the humans of the Monster Hunter world are. You don't do that.
Hell no, you're not gonna serve me some freaking maggot-infested meat. Out of your mind.
Oh. I'm an animal conservationist with a big sword, not the freaking Witcher. I don't need this shit.
I mean, shit, luckily you don't get food poisoning in this bitch, but still.
I'm surprised that isn't even a factor in this game.
Right?
Alrighty then. Alright. Well,
get all my buffs in. Alright.
I've tried breaking the dam while he's here, but he always goes away and then takes 15 minutes to come back, so I say just mob him.
Oh, I always do. I honestly, with the Rakdos, I actually never go for that damn thing on this.
No.
He always accidentally breaks it himself, so it's like, I really never have to do it. And it's like, but it's irritating because when he breaks it, it's like, he doesn't sink, so it's like, there's just no point.
I've only gotten him to sink maybe once or twice. And one of those times was with the Rathian. Like, they're both fighting me. She's coming to help him.
I actually did see that video of you when you did that. And I was like, after you told me that you did, I went to go see, like, how it actually was. I was like, okay, that is fucking cool.
Yeah. I got him to go on the ground, and he got caught in the water.
Yeah, that shit was cool, bro.
Nah, we missed our damn bonus. I fought them again in the legitimate optional quest, which came up not long after we talked about it. And, yeah. I tried to keep it intact for as long as possible, but I eventually brought him down and he got sent away. He got flushed away.
Yeah, I think it really only works when it's like mostly weakened, because if you start trying to do it from the get-go, it's like, nah, he's so airborne when you first start fighting him.
So I've relegated to either him breaking it or me keeping it around as long enough to the point where I can get him when he's not paying attention. Like when he's asleep.
Oh yeah.
Like, I initially wanted to go and hunt the Diablos that night. But when that happened, I was just like, okay, I'm not giving the Diablos the glory for this, sharing its glory with this, because this was too awesome to jam.
Yeah, that definitely needed its own show.
Oh, it did.
I mean, how many times can you actually, like, perfect that, you know? I mean, I think it'd be hard, but yeah, it's definitely one of those epic moments, like, no, it has to be shown individually.
And it didn't end there. Like, when I went to go fight them again for the optional quest, I got another good move surprise. Like, I tracked them both to the deep forest where the boulder is, and I jumped onto it, and I don't know how, but perfect timing happened. Right when I broke the vines, the boulder came down on both the Rathalos and under him, the Rathian. It was like something out of a... It was like... I couldn't believe what just happened. It was like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
That's lit.
A Looney Tunes cartoon with giant monsters.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I love the dynamic between the two. Like, they function like a mated pair, like a pair of angry bald eagles.
Yeah, that is pretty cool how they help each other.
Yeah. Or basically the Tyrannosaurs from Lost World, but with wings and fire breath.
Exactly.
Like, Roland Tembo, yeah, Pete Papaloy, I don't care how good of a hunter you are, you wouldn't be able to bring down these guys. You know, the guy who, the guy from the movie.
Yeah, no, he definitely couldn't. Absolutely not. I mean, it took him so long to get the damn T-Rex. I mean, so.
No. I mean, one could argue the reason why it took so long was because he kept getting sabotaged.
Yeah.
So I think in a fair fight, he probably might have been able to do it, but he had been handicapped.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the blast thing you're talking about, hovering right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you hit it, it blasts. Yeah.
And I take it is that the weapon itself, or is that the Kinsects doing it?
That's the Kinsect. It's the Kinsect, but my weapon also has a blast effect.
Ah, so it's a double whammy. Kind of like how mine has the health for the bug, but the electricity for the overall element.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Yeah, so it definitely helps when you're trying to like stagger something. I mean, that definitely helped me with the Keating, so.
Oh, the Kirin.
Yeah, because mostly what I did was just blast him from a distance. Like, I didn't even try to get near him all that much. I was like, oh no, you're gonna hit me with that thunder shit, and I'm not gonna have it. So, and it definitely worked out really well. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely, if I ever decide to fight that thing again, it's not anytime soon, but I definitely will try that again. So.
Uh-oh, gotta get... Oh no. He's gonna kill me. I need to get up. Distract him long enough.
Don't worry, I'll definitely am gonna keep riding him until his stamina's done.
Oh good.
You take your time and heal up, so.
Yeah, I don't...
Hey.
Yeah!
That's what you get.
Ew, breath mints. He roared right into my face.
Terrible.
I mean,
Are you fucking dumb? That freaking Rapala went all the way down there for no reason. What the hell are you doing? Jesus.
He's like, he's dazed and confused, and now he's in the tree. What are you doing?
I think he's just been smacked too much, so he doesn't know what he's doing.
No. You know, for a creature resistant against fire, the bomb pods do surprisingly good damage against them.
Yeah, but I mean, bombs are like, it's mostly like a blast thing, so I don't think it really can relate to fire, you know, that's the difference. I
see. So it's kind of like your staff has the blast thing, so it's less of fire and just the force of the explosion.
Yeah, that's what it is, because the blast is definitely not fire, it's in its own element, so if it were fire, it definitely wouldn't be like that effective, for sure.
And he blasted me down here.
Yeah, that's why I like the blast. I feel like it works well against all types of creatures. What the? Oh, there he is. I was gonna say I didn't see him.
He knocked me off the ledge and he came after me.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, where the hell did he go? Like, did he fly away already?
Nope.
Okay, I need you to stop trying to make it live, though.
Try it. Go for a stump of a tail. Stumpy.
I still love when he tries to do his tail attack sweep, and it's like, it doesn't work, we have no tail anymore.
No.
It's so fun. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you have no tail, man. That's like...
Slinger bomb. I love the bombs.
Bombs are good.
Ooh. I love those little fireflies that hang around. You blow them up and he comes right back down.
Well, I'm using the flash pod, so.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I haven't used those, but I see.
Yeah, this is
I know
actually
what you
my
mean.
first time using them, so I'm like, I actually is surprisingly more effective. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna use them a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, the ones in the environment,
Oh yeah, those help so much. I love them.
Yeah. I use them every chance I get. Oh, I got marrow.
Yes.
I got one marrow.
Nice.
Yeah. I needed one for the weapon I wanted, but if I can get more as a reward, that is perfectly fine.
Absolutely. I think with the amount of times I rode him, you probably could get some. 'Cause I think the marrow comes from its back. I think. I think so. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, it's random. I've heard that chopping the tails often leads to good rewards because that's severable and breakable. Yeah, the head, the tail, and yeah, the back. Those tend to be where most of the major stuff comes from.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, I suggest we hop back down to Southwest Camp 1, so that way
Yeah,
we can...
easier to get to the joggers.
Yeah, we're not running around like headless chickens in here.
That's true. There's way too much of a maze in here.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get a different weapon to use on him. Okay, what do I want? Flickering glow, flickering glow. I'm gonna go for the glow. Haven't used it in a long time. What do you think of this thing? The sword I'm wearing.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah. And it after the 2 and when it goes into level 3 it gets like thunder. So it's a work in progress. Yeah, I just need more. I just need those damnable sharp claws in order to complete the ingredient. But yeah. Ah, he's already right over there somewhere. Yeah, you're off on a rush, Vic. Yeah, I think I told you, but I named her after, like, my old Siamese cat that the parents had before I was born.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, Victoria. She was such a funny cat, they tell me. Like, they'd come home with Popeye's chicken, and she'd hop onto the desk waiting for it.
That's cute.
Yeah. Meow. Oh, he's downstairs. But then one time they got sick of Popeyes and they wanted to try something else. They brought home KFC. She came up expecting Popeyes. She took a whiff and she hissed, she snarled and ran away.
Oh wow.
Like, they didn't have KFC anymore after that.
You're like, we can't make our cat angry with us anymore.
Oh. And I'm like,
That's so cute.
Oh yeah, I wish she was around.
She definitely sounded like she was a really, really cool cat. So.
Oh yeah, and she was a Siamese.
That's cute. Siamese cats are adorable.
Yeah, I love them in the Himalayas.
Oh yeah, those are adorable.
Yay.
I swear the joggers are so pathetic to fight.
Oh.
Like, he offers no challenge. It's so sad.
He's a giant iguana with hair metal on his back. Hair metal.
Seriously.
Like Wasp.
Looking like, looks like they're dreads sometimes. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Dreads, hair, whatever you call it. I don't know. And then he walks around with his chest all puffed up, and I'm like, dude,
Right?
lose a
Looking
couple
like
of pounds. Yeah, Like, dude, you look fat. Lose a couple of pounds.
Seriously.
And then he
Or he thinks he's intimidating, and it's like, you're not intimidating, bro.
I'm like, how does he lumber away once he eats the hadrosaurs? Like, dude.
That is so gross. It's like literally swallows it like a damn anaconda. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Then he lumbers away like nothing happened. Don't mind me.
Like, you fat ass.
Okay. Ah, I got a second marrow.
Nice.
Sweetens the deal. Now, the only thing I need for previously was the claws, but I'll worry about that later, since it's rare enough as it is. Like, annoyingly so. Parts. Oh, you broke more parts than I did. I think he got on his back more than I ever did.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think the blast definitely was a lot more, like, shown when I was on his back. I was like, then I was, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like,
yeah. I wish it allowed you to go on his back more, but I'm kind of glad it's random, because if you could do that with every time, the fights would be so broken.
yeah, also it'd be boring. It's like, you know, because you're always like, you never know what's going to happen in a fight. So it's like, if you could always time that so correctly, it'd be like, you kind of would lose the whole, like, flair of, oh yeah, who knows whose fight it's going to be today, his or mine.
Yeah, exactly. Now, who do I want to go next?
Well, how long have we going for?
I think we've gone for upwards of 2 hours. It feels like
it doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours.
No, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got home around what, 6:40 or whatever? And
yeah, your time.
And now it's 8:43 in my time, so yeah, I think it's been
5:43 my time, yeah.
So yeah, it's been 2 hours. This is one of those
It really
games where
doesn't feel like it's been that long.
no, it
Jesus.
doesn't. It goes by so fast.
Yeah, it does. Like, I mean, you're like so immense in fighting and farming that you don't realize where the time goes. You're like,
No.
what?
It goes by like it's 12 already. What happened? Where'd the time go?
Like, that's how it was yesterday. I'm like all fighting. It's like next thing you know, it's like 1 in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, it was just like 6 o'clock, like a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, I already have like more than 100 hours in this game. I'm like, that's crazy.
Sheesh. Hunt and Anjanath. I'm trying to go for one with gold. And with a decent amount of time. Because gold is more rewarding.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Capture for 15 minutes. I do not trust hunting an Anjanath enough to last 15... to be within 15 minutes, because it's so large. No. Oh no. Unless it's a small monster, I stay clear away from that.
I think you probably have to be like a lot higher, like ranked, or maybe have like a fully upgraded weapon to pull that off, I think.
Yep. Yeah, me, I'm still, I guess, mid-tier at the moment, if not borderline, almost high tier. It's just, you know, so many stuff for certain weapons you gotta find.
Yeah, you still got a decent area of weapons, though, that do really good damage, so you're pretty good. So.
Yeah. So out of the normal monsters, which have been your favorite to hunt? Not counting the Elder Dragons.
Oh no, I mean, I've only fought the Nergigante and the Kirin, so I mean, it's...
Yeah.
I don't like either of them, so they're not fun to fight at all. But of the normal ones, the Legion is definitely my favorite. I loved her since the first moment I saw her. I was like,
she's great.
So fucking cool. Yeah, I love her.
Her ice attacks can get you if you're not paying attention, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that ice blight is annoying, but honestly, the way the animation works with the ice and the sound it makes, it's amazing. I love that. Kind of reminds me of a boss in Dark Souls 3. Like that ice attack just always reminds me of it, and it's so cool. But which other one? I mean, I like the Anjanath just because of how it looks, but honestly, fighting him is a pain in the ass.
Oh,
but,
he is.
I mean, aesthetic-wise, he's a really cool-looking monster, so I can't hate on that. Who else? I love the Odo-Garen. As much of a bitch as he can be, fighting him.
Odo-Garen is Odo-Garen is like a Ninja Gaiden boss on four legs. Definitely. I love him.
Yeah. He gives great armor, like his whole tree is like really cool weapons. I actually was looking into getting a glaive from his tree because I remember a friend of mine has one of his glaives from that. And it looks so cool. It looks like a scepter. It looks so cool.
and it kind of has the old samurai spike look.
Yeah, that looks so dope. I'm like, oh, I'm so willing to get that just because of how it looks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I had it for a while, but I backtracked it back to Pulsar and did Pulsar 3 because I needed the electric attack for the Diablos. Like I tried, I already mentioned. No wait, actually the Thunder didn't do anything. I don't know. It says it's weak. I don't know why, but yeah, it still had one more rank to go in order to get the fire power up, but I never got it that far.
Oh, okay.
So I might reverse that. Still need to change equipment. I'm going all over the place. I'm trying to find out what the Anjanath is, but I got distracted, and I'm just like, oh, don't you hate that? You're trying to do too many things at once that you get lost.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Don't worry about it.
Not just in the game, but in real life too.
Oh yeah, especially in real life. Like I'm always trying to do like one thing and the other, and then I realize, I forget this, and or I mess up that. I'm like, oh god, my life can be such a mess sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, what's he weak against? He's weak against water. He's weak against thunder. Not against fire. Okay, so I'll just go with the Pulsar.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with my weapons.
Switch it back to Pulsar. I like, the Toby Kadachi I like, with that whole Cobra head and fox look to it.
It has like that flying squirrel move of his.
Yeah. Sorry, it took me a little longer than I thought. Yeah, I think this will be the last one, and then we'll call it quits for tonight, because it's almost 9, dinner any moment. But we've gone 2 hours at least. That's more than enough. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a lot. That's super cool.
I didn't get everything I wanted, but it's something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I was debating about us going after the Keyring, but honestly, I changed my mind. Really the only weapon I'm honestly thinking of using that on is the staff.
Okay.
I don't really know.
I mean, if we ever do the co-op thing, then the next time we could totally tackle it.
Yeah. Like, I have enough resources from him to do it. It's just, there's a bunch of other weapons, but I also want to fight more of the Elder Dragons first, so that way I know what they give me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if there's more, and again, the problem is, once it upgrades for that, it stays there. So, I want to keep my options open.
True. Yeah, the Nergigante tree is pretty cool, I will say.
Wait. Oh, request setting. It says you withdrew. Oh, wait, you joined.
Yeah, by accident. I don't know what the fuck I pressed, but...
Yeah, Yeah, you can... While I'm in the quest, you can still join me, right? Or do I have to go back?
Yeah. No,
okay.
It says standing by for quest departure, so... It just has to... The quest info has to load, like normal.
Yeah, I'm with the one that says Kadachi and Anjanath, because I was the only one I could find. that had high enough rewards and was long enough.
Yeah, but I'm already on my way.
Okay, so I'll give you a head start. You need mushrooms. Yeah, Anjanath, he tends to either hang around in the east or somewhere in the middle somewhere. He kind of goes all over the place. Yeah, Kadachi, the Rathian, the Rathalos, I definitely like fighting. Now...
Oh, I found them.
Oh!
You should go to the northeast camp.
Northeast.
Yeah, because I just found them, like, literally right here. I wasn't even mean to, like, oh, hi. I was like, okay.
Speak of the devil, just who we were looking for.
Right? Like, I was literally just walking by, then I see his big-ass tail. I'm like, oh, there you are. Let me...
Uh-oh. Let me get the door. Ugh. I'm running as fast as I can. Hey, you bought pizza. There's a what? Oh. The folks just got home.
Nice.
And they brought pizza.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm complete.
It's definitely gonna come after me.
I'm completely lost in the wrong camp. Ugh.
Well, all I know is that I pissed him off and he's gonna come after my fucking face. Alright, I'm over here, bitch.
Alright, I'll fight.
Be mad at me because I stunned you, ho.
Blaze.
That's what you deserve.
Is that in reference to Blaziken or what?
Blast?
Yeah.
No, blast means protector.
Ah.
Yeah.
And where's that from?
I do think that's either Old English or it's Scottish. I don't remember, but it's one of those for sure. You really just headbutted me. Alright, that's it. That's
see
it. You're getting your whole face broke.
Here I come to save the day.
Give me that tail, boy. Bitch.
What?
Oh my god, you would come over here, Pookie face.
Ugh.
You know what? You can break his ankles. I don't do shit.
Well, this just got weird.
That definitely is a gangbang.
A clusterfuck.
Definitely.
Right on his tail. Go get him, Arrowhead. Ooh, the poison pool is getting him. He whacked me.
Oops. Whoa. What the? Jesus.
Let's go, Barney. Oh, we got his tail.
Right.
He's pink and purple like Barney. Now to think about it.
That's
Oop.
terrible.
There's his tail right here. Yeah. More badass though, I'll give him that. He doesn't go into songs. No, he just sneezes fire. Oh, the fact I used to watch that as a kid. That anyone used to watch that as a kid. Ugh.
Shit, I know I did.
I'm not ashamed of
Then
it
again-
though.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I was like, what, 3 years old? I mean,
Yeah, we didn't know any better.
we
Now
really
it's-
did it. Like, we saw like a singing dinosaur. We thought it was lit. And it was like, now
Yeah.
you grew up and you're like, oh god, he's not lit.
Nope. I'll take Toms and Friends over all of that, thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely.
You missed, bitch. Ah. Ah, there's a Toby Gadachi. Ah, the trap. I love that.
I love this pitfall trap. I'm like, why didn't I use this sooner? Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Fucking Toby Tadashi and his squirrel skills.
Oh, we
So
need him, but... this
Not
is
right now.
Not what I imagined.
Well, fire and lightning. That looks so
Yep.
fucking cool though.
Oh, I love it when they... I love it when they
I
fight each
love when
other.
he grabs him. I love when he does that with his mouth, like literally fucking wrestles onto the ground. It's like
Ooh,
saying,
his
I
head.
am the alpha bitch.
Yeah. Not anymore, he ain't. Crashed right into the tree.
Fucking whimpering ass baby.
We wounded his pride.
Good. That's what he gets for being a bitch.
Oh, and all the times before I got to hunt him, I tried doing it. I'd be beating him, but then he'd burrow away like he's friggin' Baragon from Godzilla, and I'd be like, where the fuck are you going? Get back here. I'm not finished with you yet.
Seriously, oh my god. When like, I remember the first time I fought him, it's okay, like, I'm doing decent. Then he blasts me with his fire shit, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not about to disrespect me like that. And then he ends up doing it, and I'm like, oh god.
Ah, he whacked me. And he charged me.
Keep whacking me, bitch. Keep fucking whacking me. Smack you in the face. That's what you get, asshole.
Got him.
Hey, it's lit.
Super lit. Oh. Well.
It always feels so good defeating that thing.
Oh, it does. It really does. Well,
Not
he's
to go
on.
after the electric squirrel.
Yup. Angie was the meal. Now we gotta go after Toby for dessert.
Electric dessert. I'd try that.
Yeah, you get quite the buzz, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. That's the kind of buzz I need in my life.
Sharpen the blade. Let's go after the Cobra Fox. Who else do I like fighting? Yeah, Legiana. I liked fighting her. Holy crap, there's a lot of monsters. I lost count. Yeah, the Odo Garon I liked. I don't know if I would say I liked fighting him, but I found the Radoban to be kind of surprising.
The Radoban is one of those things that's like, I'd only fight him if it's absolutely necessary, but I don't think I'd enjoy it if it's just like to fight him, no.
Nah. He's very slow.
Yeah.
Really, so
yeah,
he's pretty...
I mean, his design is cool, but it's like, it's not that exciting to fight him.
Yeah, he's easy to fight, like super.
Yeah.
The only time he gets...
you just have to really avoid like getting hit by him. Aside from that, it's like, okay, it's manageable.
I do like his premise, though, how he buries himself in the corpses and uses their remains as armor.
Yeah.
Like, waste not, want that. Waste not, want that. I keep saying it wrong. Waste not, want not in its purest form. Over his tail. Hey, look, we got some helpers.
Nice.
Little Jagras. I love it that they do that.
They do. They're so cute sometimes. Nice.
One bomb to the face and he goes down.
Such a pushover.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Tobi-Kadachi stuff as it is, but it's always fun fighting him.
Indeed.
Phew. I wish you could skip the timer sometimes with how long it is, occasionally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's really good when you're, like, still trying to pick up, like, items or, like, parts that they fell off, but sometimes it's like, okay, I'm done. I just want to go.
Yep. But then you have the capture one, and it's like, over already. But there was a mine thing over there I wasn't finished with. Alrighty then. Electro sac, scale, slack, scale. I'm hoping to get at least a fang. It doesn't look good. No, don't look good. Just pelts, no fangs. Yeah, the claws and the fangs. That's what I'm. Those are the two things. Oh, I did get a frost sack earlier, but it was only one. So I didn't get everything, but I'll take what I can get. Oh, well, look at that! I got everything. Support, well, almost everything. I love this game.
This game is amazing.
It really is. Like, I needed something good to, you know, I've played a lot of good games so far on my channel. I liked the Uncharted's, I liked Doom and the Wolfensteins, and oh, and Nier. Nier I do plan on getting back to, since I did Path A. And how does that work? It automatically gives you Path B just for starting again, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, you start with 9 deaths from the get-go, so.
Nice. Yeah. And I didn't buy it. My friend let me borrow it, but I definitely needed something refreshing to wash the disgust of COD World War II out of my head. Ugh.
How bad of a game is it? I mean, I've heard, like, some people say it's good, but, like, some people are just like, it was not worth, like, all the hype.
Gameplay-wise, it's not broken. It's the same Call of Duty, you either know and either like or dislike. From
Okay.
it's boots on the ground, like the old ones, and they even brought back the health bar. But
Okay.
what ruined it for me was how painfully generic it was. For me, it was the same stuff we've done before. D-Day, Omaha Beach, go through France and Germany into and all that. Like, I've done all that.
So
And-
it's like, it's a new game supposedly, but it still has things that y'all have already been through.
Exactly. Like, I've played pretty much all of the World War II Call of Duty games and pretty much loved most of them. This one
Yeah.
didn't do it for me because it's just it's the same thing all over again. World at War was enjoyable because you got more of the Russian front that was never seen, like in places like Silao. You got the Pacific War for the first time in Okinawa, and of one battle that beforehand I never had ever heard of before, Peleliu, which was,
Yeah.
while a victory, it was a costly one. And it was epic, and I loved the mix of heavy metal music with the traditional stuff. And yeah, to me, World War II was, yeah, like what about more Pacific War? What about India? What about Burma, the Philippines, or even places like Croatia in the Eastern Front we've never seen? And if that
I guess they probably assumed that it's like, oh, the formula's been working all these years. I
No.
guess it would attract the same audience, but it's like, come on now. It's like, I feel like
No.
with all the Call of Duty games that have been out, y'all really should have gone for something like that you haven't
Yeah.
seen before.
Like, I loved initially that they were going back to World War II, but upon playing the final product, I'm just like, we deserved better than this. And
Yeah.
and I already have a Call of Duty game that pretty much does what that game does, except better. It's called Big Red 1. And in Big Red 1, you're not in just Europe, you're in North Africa, Sicily,
Yeah.
and the only thing I liked in that game was that it had levels that I had long wanted, like Battle of the Bulge, which admittedly already came before in the United Offensive on the PC, which I loved. And you got to liberate France, Paris. That was Call of Duty 3. That was the one level missing from that game, liberating Paris. But yeah, and other than that, the game just pissed me off because the developers took an ideological jackhammer to it. Like, the Nazis don't wear the swastikas, they wear iron crosses, even though they never wore bands with those.
That makes no sense.
It
Why would
doesn't.
they take something that's like so obvious and it's been used so many times?
No.
It's like, we already know what Nazis look like. I mean, I don't think Nazis will ever get old in anything.
No.
So, I mean, they should have stuck to the traditional shit you see in every Nazi-related thing. Like, that
Yeah,
makes
like,
no sense.
I mean, I buy them wearing iron cross medals, but as far as the armbands were concerned, just
Yeah.
no. And
that was
I-
like the most noticeable thing. It's like you knew that's a Nazi because of that.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, yeah, there's banners in the multiplayer maps that have crosses instead, and also, this was what really pissed me off. Half the weapons are in the wrong place of the game at the wrong time. I'm going through, like, Omaha Beach, Western Europe, and I'm like, I find a Russian SVT-40 rifle. That was in the Eastern Front with the Russians. Those should not even be anywhere in the Western Front, let alone be in high numbers.
So even that historical fact was completely out of whack. Like, they
No.
just thought, oh yeah, nobody's gonna see that. It's like, it's just a weapon. Nobody
No.
cares where it's from. But it's like, you do realize that a lot of people would know that. I mean, it's something that they teach you, or you'd probably learn from seeing
Yeah.
a bunch of movies and stuff.
Yeah,
Come on
and
now.
there's World War I machine guns like the Lewis gun in the game, and I'm like, no, bullcrap. That gun was made obsolete and turned to scrap metal after World War I, and
Facts.
the only World War I machine gun I can distinctly remember ever being used again in World War II was the was the 1917 water tank machine gun, because
Yeah.
it had been it had been given to the Marines because they were given the short straw on the updated weaponry, and they used it in the Pacific, but it was so reliable that they kept it around anyway.
Yeah.
And
that's just terrible.
Yeah,
that's
like,
so sad.
Hey, Sledgehammer, if you want to make a World War I game like Battlefield, make frickin' World War I. And it ultimately felt like they just ran through a list and didn't even bother.
Yeah.
It's like, and like,
yeah, you would think like where it comes to historical things, like, you know, they would be more on point, considering that this is not a new game or a new franchise. Like, this has been a franchise been going on for years. You should know what to put in the game historic-wise. So that makes no sense that they would be that wacky with it.
I mean, admittedly, the Germans did use a lot of the Russian weapons they came across.
Well, yeah, but
that would have been
makes sense.
Yeah, but not in the Western Front. At least not in high numbers.
It's like, at least the Germans were still, like, you know, in the Eastern, but it's like, if you do not put something that's like shouldn't even be there at all, that didn't appear, then that makes no sense.
No, but the crown jewel of weapon bullcrappery that I found were the Germans carrying pump-action shotguns, which admittedly was rare, yet happened, but very rarely. Oh, no. They had to drop a bomb by having them have dragon breath incendiary rounds.
Oh my god. That's fucking terrible.
I saw that and I was like, what have you done?
Who thought that was a good idea?
No.
Like...
And dragon, admittedly, incendiary rounds were used for machine guns and rifles, but for shotguns...
that's what I'm saying. That makes no sense.
That did not happen until after World War II, until the Vietnam War. And even then, in the Vietnam War, they only stopped using them because the rounds were more problematic than they were worth.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Like, how do you get so many things wrong in a game?
Oh, yeah. The German weapon version of the SVT-40, the Gewehr 43, it's in the game, but in multiplayer. And it's like it looks pathetic. It's wrapped up in bandages and whatnot, and I'm just like, you fail.
Oh my god. That's so terrible, man.
It is. And the developers, they go on like, ooh, there were women in the war, and we'll put them in here. Like, no, there were no British female agents serving on the front line. They were espionage primarily.
Yeah.
And they they shove in like characters for that, just to give, like, they try to give him like meaning, but it's like, no, I only know this character for like 5 minutes. I'm never gonna see him again. There's really no point.
Oh, Lord.
And
that's so terrible.
Yeah. And in the Battle of the Bulge level, they arbitrarily bring in this one black American trooper to serve with you in the Big Red One. But it's like, it's pretty much just a hand wave. It doesn't do anything. Like, oh, one of your squad mates doesn't like black people. A couple missions later, at the end of the game, he's like, hey, I'm sorry. There was no development to that. Like,
that's, oh my god, that is terrible. So aside from, like, historical inaccuracy, then there has bad writing.
Yeah, like, if you're gonna do something in regards to the segregation, at least do something meaningful with it.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna sit here and tell me that there aren't super mad references in the world and in books that tells you how to, like, you know, be able to put that in a story and development, because that's bullshit.
I'm still waiting for a Call of Duty game where we get to play as the Nisei 442nd. That would be cool to see. The most decorated unit.
Something new would be good.
Yeah, go through Italy. We haven't seen that enough. Play as the 442nd and explore what they went through.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much you can take from history and war and stuff. Like, you know, they always stick to the same generic thing. Like, there was so much more that happened, like, you know, in smaller areas of the war that you would know if you read history books, but it's like people always go for the thing that everybody knows, but it's like, okay, we've seen that many times. It's nice to explore something new that people would be like, oh, I never knew that happened.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's informative and exciting.
Yeah, like, I knew there were black tankers in World War II. Not at first, but I first learned about it, and it's not one of the ones I like, but there was one of the other COD games, Finest Hour, there was one chapter where you play as a blank tank group. I I think it was the Black Panthers, I'm not sure, but they led the charge into the Battle of the Bulge with Patton, and you play as that whole level with them. There was no bullshit, there was no race politics. You were like, hey, Germans are holding up our boys over there. We gotta go blow up the Jerrys with our Shermans. Like, it kept it simple and to the point. And when Spark Unlimited, who is considered one of the worst developers out there, does a better job than you, and 10 years later, stop making games, you're not good at it.
That should be a big red flag, you know?
Yeah. And I didn't like the characters at all. Like, I only liked one of them because he had any kind of character development. And yeah, it just... Oh, and when one of you... Oh, this was what really ticked me off. It wasn't the game itself. Well, technically already was, but it was part of the guy who's responsible. I recall last year, a fan of the game questioned a developer whose name I can't remember, but it happened. I think you could look it up online. He questioned him, like, why, if you say your game is historically accurate, why are there no swastikas on any of the Germans? And you know what the developer did? He accused him of being a Nazi white supremacist. I'm not even joking.
How does that even correlate? Like, he asked you a simple question that is probably like the most obvious thing that everybody knows. Even people who are not into history knows that Nazis wore that shit. And and he makes a scandal like that?
No, this is why I'm so sick and tired of the SJW race politics that's infected our culture lately. I'm so tired of it.
Well, there'll always be some things that are such problems.
Yeah, so on principle, I just refuse to buy the game. If I ever do, it's going to be out of the bargain bin for $5, or at the very least, hopefully, preferably, used for $5. I'm not giving Activision shit.
Hell no, it's not worth it.
No.
My God, that's terrible. I feel bad for people who paid full price for that game.
Oh, I hate people that people paid full price for the game. Oh, and also it had the most obnoxious QuickTime events ever, where you know how in Shadow of War where you had to like drag the joystick around? They did that, and it's so unnecessary.
Oh, that just sounds stressful.
Oh yeah, and there's the infamous train crash scene early in the game.
I've heard about it.
Oh yeah.
I've heard about it. It's like all like supposedly cool or something. I don't know.
No, I was so shocked and horrified. I just stopped the stream right there, and I just went fuck at the tail end of it.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, yeah, the Call of Duty World War II games were not exactly the most historically accurate, but at the very least, they were grounded.
Yeah,
And you survive a freaking train going 200, 300 miles an hour with all the cars strewing all over the place, not even get a scratch.
Right. That's bullshit. Oh my God.
Yeah. The future war games can get away with that, but not this.
No, absolutely not. Like, you need casualties because that's what fucking happened. And it would have happened because that's just how it works.
No, the frickin' Thomas the Tank Engine's accidents are more believable than that.
Seriously.
Oh.
Damn, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is, but hey, I got a better game right here that I'm playing right now, and yeah, to me, the series at this at least one, and I did, and I hated it. I have not bought or played any of them since the Modern Warfare games. I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got this Ni no Kuni coming. Oh, and Code Vein. I almost forgot about that one.
Oh, I can't wait till they give me a release date for that, because I need that game in my life.
I'm loving that game. More and more I see of it. I really am.
Oh, I am too. I am so ready to play the shit out of that game.
Oi. We got E3 later. I'm still waiting on Devil May Cry 5. Like, they keep dropping hints and hints and more hints, and I'm just like...
Oh, yeah. But it's like they have, like, no official thing. Like, I need a trailer at least of something, a teaser.
The the biggest clue there is to it coming soon is that HD re-release, which makes sense because they did that when the D lowercase MC happened. So it only makes sense they would be doing it again to test the waters.
Yeah.
And yeah, and ever since I saw that Instagram post of Johnny Bosch and Ruben Langdon, who played Nero and Dante, I was like, oh yeah, they're doing it. They're being super secretive about it, but they're doing it.
They're probably gonna come with a really big bang when they like announce something. I can already see it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Capcom to themselves to announce, because all the leaks that have allegedly done it have proven wrong, and it never happens. So
True.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did a lot, we hunted a lot, didn't get everything I wanted to get, but you went and did some stuff you wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm still
This
enjoying...
has been a really great hunting session.
Oh, it
Had a lot of
was.
fun.
Once I go further in the game and get some Elder Dragons pocketed, I'll come back to help do some more of them.
Awesome.
Yeah. And, yeah, so far, easily game of the season, if not the year, and there's many more to come. And,
Absolutely. If y'all don't have Monster Hunter World, y'all definitely need to get on it, because it's an amazing game.
yeah, even if you're a veteran, get the game. If you're a newcomer, like both of us, get this game.
Absolutely, because it's fucking fun. Shit.
It so is. And please, for the love of God, no more Dark Souls comparisons. They're not the same.
Or Destiny 2 comparisons.
Oh, neither of the Destiny games are a decimal as fun as this. I got so bored with Destiny. Like
I know. I remember like people were telling me. I remember when Destiny 2 was gonna come out. People were telling me, "Oh yeah, you should play Destiny because like the second sequel's gonna come out." I'm like, first of all, that shit looks boring. I'm like, I don't really like to judge a game if I haven't played it yet. But from all the gameplay I saw of it, it just seemed like it could be exciting for 5 minutes, but it's not something that would keep me there like every day. Like, oh no, it didn't seem that way.
It's just a boring shooting gallery with bullet sponges. I don't care how good the gameplay is. If the game itself is boring, then there's no fun to be found. I'll play Bungie's previous Halo games 100 times over than that. And yeah, all I saw was just a Warhammer 40,000 knockoff, and not even that. Both the first and second game, they did this. They had a full game, then they went back and redid it within the last 16 months. Like, how do you get away with that?
I don't know, but they did, and it's a shame that they did.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just not going. I'll take this over those, because at least everything is varied and there's actual challenge to be found. And
like Dark Souls is fun, but it's not this kind of fun. So,
no,
absolutely not. Like I don't love Dark Souls. I like it, but I would never compare it. There's no similarities between them at all.
I would definitely say, from your experience, you would probably say it's way different than Bloodborne 2.
Oh, absolutely. There's no comparison with Bloodborne either, at all. Like, there's everything about this is a lot different. Different feel. The environments are different. The farming is different. This is a lot more complex than Bloodborne. Bloodborne is really straightforward. It's just hard, obviously, but aside from that, it doesn't. And the lore is confusing because it's not like something that you're told. You know, you have to find out on the way and stuff. But everything, like, combat-wise, it's very simplistic compared to this. This is a lot more detailed, complex. Like, there's so many things to this game that it's so overwhelming. But
yeah, it's very methodical with the controls.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the weapons are like so different from each other, which is like, you know, it's cool that it is, because it'd be annoying if I could use a hammer the same way I could use an insect glaive, you know. So that's also cool. I like that detail. And
the environment interaction, bar none, best I've ever seen. I love how all the monsters fight each other. It's like Jurassic. It's like Jurassic Park and Godzilla crossed over and had a baby, and I love it. And
like, even though you're this cool hunter, but it's like you always feel like the world is definitely out to get you. You feel like any moment you could get killed, and that's super. I love that like adrenaline drive you get when you're fighting these big things, because you never know how it's gonna end up. You could be like, oh yeah, I'm good, like I come out, but then you might lose, and it's like, but even when you lose, it's like, it's still fun to go back and try it again. So that's really nice.
Oh yeah, it really is. And all the environmental stuff that happens, like the boulders and the dams and the sand pits.
Oh yeah, that's super cool. I love that you can use that to your advantage. You know, it's hard to like time, but when you do, it's so rewarding. And that's also what I like about this game. Like everything you fight gives you reward. So it's always, even if you don't like the monster itself because it's hard and it's just tough, but
it's very
it's worth fighting
old-fashioned.
because you. Yeah, I love that. You know, everything feels like a sense of fulfillment, which is nice.
Yeah, every game these days is either punishes you for grinding by giving you nothing, or actually gives you a legitimate reward for doing good. And I'm so glad that Capcom avoided the pay to play schemes of recent days with this one. It's like, thank God.
Yeah, I'm so glad. It's like, I like that, you know, they give you clues as to like, oh yeah, this part you can break to get this specific thing, but you know it's never gonna be easy to get it. Like, you'll always have to keep grinding, because sometimes you could hit that part and it's like you might not get what you need, and it's like, it's cool to be able to, there's always like a 50-50 chance that you might get or you might not, so that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. What else could I say about it? Oh yeah, the co-op so far is pretty good.
I like it. It's not confusing, which is good. It actually works. You know, that's nice. It's fluid. It's not hard to understand. It's really nice. I like it.
Yeah, it is. And I hope that Capcom makes another Monster Hunter game after this for consoles and doesn't take a million years.
Absolutely. But you know what? Even if it did take a million years, but I know it's going to be a fucking fantastic game. So, you know what? They can take the time they need, because I know that when they do come out with a new game, I'm definitely buying it.
Yeah, I'll take a quality game that took its time than a rushed one for the garbage for the bargain bin. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
And I'll definitely hook you up again once I've gotten farther, and thank you for joining me. It was very fun.
Yeah, thank you. And it's like, this has been really fun. I'm normally not a co-op type of person, but this game is making it fun for me, so I love that. So it's cool to play with your friends, so I love that.
Yeah, for me, I only prefer a co-op if it's with somebody I know, not just some random stranger.
Oh no, I mean, it's way better with like someone you know. There's a sense of comfortability there, so it also feels like, you know, if you fuck up, then your friends won't really, you know, judge you about it. I mean, because I'm not the best hunter in the world, and I fuck up a lot, but when you're with your friends, it's like, it's more for fun. You're like, we're just beating the damn thing. Who the fuck cares how we're fighting sometimes?
Yeah, with this game, the Monster Hunter games, they do you can go it alone, but there are times, admittedly, where you will need that co-op, like the Kirin.
Oh, absolutely.
I definitely needed help on the two times I faced him, and after doing and when I tried my hand at him this time only by myself, I realized I can't do it by myself. I have to
it's good that this game gives you that. You know, it's not like other games where it's like people sham you for like, you know, oh, you have to do this with somebody. It's like in this game, it feels like it's good to do it with people, and it doesn't make you feel like, oh, you're any less good of a hunter than the next person. It's like sometimes these monsters are so powerful, it's like you need people to help you, and it feels nice to cooperate with people to take these things down, you know?
Yeah, and it turns into a giant mosh pit. I love it.
That's one thing I can definitely say that's different from Dark Souls. People will talk shit to you if you use a summon in the boss there, and it's like, dude, come on now.
Like survival of the fittest. Who gives a crap?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and like I said, it's fun because like every single person you play against will always have like a different weapon from you. They have different play styles, so it's like it's cool to see like all of those things being put together. You know, because everything is so different.
It really is. So, yeah, I'm still loving the game. Got a new room and everything. I didn't expect that to happen. So,
oh yeah, that's what's cool when you get to like the high rank stuff. Everything is so much cooler.
Yeah, and I'm glad you had the time to join me, and I'll hook you up again when I get further.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that'll do it for this for this session. For those who are watching, if you liked my gameplay of the game so far, especially the co-op here, like, share, subscribe, comment, and thank you again, Judy, for joining. And you can follow her. Yeah, you can follow her on her channel, what she has, Vice Gaming Cartel, with Brian and Gary. And see what y'all think, and we'll definitely be coming back with more Monster Hunter and hopefully other games in the near future that allows this.
Indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be it. Good night, everyone. All right.